Hold on, I gotta mute you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, there we are. Welcome to the first episode of Strixhaven, A Curriculum of Chaos. I am very excited. Hello, everybody. Wave hi. It's been, what, a month and a half since we had our last game?
Has it only been a month and a half? It felt like forever.
It felt way longer than that.
All right. So why don't we go around the table and have everybody introduce themselves and their characters? Who wants to start? I usually start with Jax, but let's make Clover start tonight.
Oh, no.
So she can go get her food when it arrives.
True, I'll introduce myself because it just got delivered. So I am Clover B. If you watched the previous game, I played the happy-go-idiot, Menredin, and I'm playing not that this game. I'm playing Maudit Reniflay. She is a carnival witch, and she's a little bit of a wheeler and dealer, and she has some lovely potions and lotions that she would love to sell you and your friends.
All right, Ella and Pepsi.
Hi, I'm Pepsi Maxton. Previous campaign, I was a half-elf ranger. I forgot her name already. She's dead to me. She's dead to me. Piranha was her name. But this time, hi, I am a satyr and I'm a bard. And I really like to party. And I really want you to party, but like I want to make sure you're having fun at the party because like that's what life is about, right? Like just having fun and revelry and just like hell yes. And I'm a musician. I'm not in the school band because like, I mean, you don't compete where you don't compare. And like, you know, I'm so happy for them, but I can have my own thing going on. And I'm a cheerleader and I'm a journalist and I work at the bar. And how are you doing? Are you having fun? What can I do to make sure you're having fun? Let's have fun.
Oh yeah. Oh my. Yay. Thanks, my great boy. Thanks for the resub. I'm gonna speak, and ladies and gentlemen, we all know that scheduling is the most difficult part of Dungeons and Dragons nowadays. So unfortunately, our lovely Star Cells has some petri dishes that she takes care of, and they brought home a plague for her. So no. She is unable to join us this evening, and hopefully she'll feel better next week. And you know, we can always throw into the story that the wandering monk is late to school for some reason. So, moving on to Myriad X and Hiccup.
Hi guys, I'm Kirsten or Myriad, whatever you prefer. And tonight I'm playing Hiccup. She's just a little Kenku wizard, she's just here to make some friends and learn, and she's just really excited about all of that. And hi.
Is that your food? Go get your food.
That's my food. I'll be right back.
All right, Jax, and wait, I'm gonna let you pronounce it. Go ahead, Jax. Tell us who you are and what you're playing.
So, I am playing Senzan Vandalzor. Yes, no relation to previous characters, or is there? So sorry about the hiccup with my tech there. It was a lovely frozen screen. I could see myself, but I was like, oh, isn't that pretty? Anyway, I am playing Senzan. She is a sorceress with phenomenal cosmic powers, and she's currently in an itty-bitty living space in this college, so she's a little not sure what to make of it. You know, her parents sent her here. She's okay with it, but not 100% okay with it. But you know what? We're gonna have fun. We're gonna toot some horns, quite literally. She's a bit of a trombone or trumpet player. I haven't decided. Maybe French horn. We'll see. And she's gonna blow things before this campaign's over, though. I mean,
there's the first clip.
That's for. I was teeing that one up for you. So yeah, I'm just here to have fun and meet my classmates and see what happens.
Yay. All right. I'm gonna wait until Culvert gets back because I don't want to set the scene without her. So, anything anybody wants to add or promote before we start?
I don't-
Covenant. Oh, I should introduce myself. Hi, I'm Seth. I am DM Esquire. I am your host for this particular shit show. And thank you all for joining us. I'm pleased that folks are here watching and hanging out with us. And go ahead.
Sorry, I don't think I said my full name, which I just want to emphasize because I'm like breaking my arm, patting myself on the back for it. My character's name is Pepsi, P-E-P-S-E-E, Pepsi Maxton. So I'm Pepsi Maxton. That's who I am.
You're Pepsi Max. Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Maxton, yes.
I'm
I'm
just
trying to
waiting for
figure out
Clover
what poor Clover Bee is doing back there with her food.
Tearing it
Grass
apart.
on it.
She's ravenous.
So yeah. Oh, and wait, I'm sorry. Somebody was getting dressed in school garb earlier.
Oh my god!
But I'm a cheerleader. All right, there is a Clover Bee, and we're getting ready to get started. Okay, Destiny, what's going on? What is that in the background, you poor woman?
What? Me? Huh?
Oh, there we go. All right, we're good. Or not. Wait, I'm wondering if Star Cell's joined in the background. No, it's not. Okay. All right. So, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. The day has finally come. Finally, your arrival at Strixhaven University. You've all come through different means. You're all arriving on campus at the same time on the same day through what can only be called an interplanar portal. All right. Let me share with folks. I'm assuming we all have our Twitch up. This is our background, our overlay, but this is what you see. The first thing you see when you step through the portal to Strixhaven. That's the Archway Commons, and you, all of you, have just stepped out of a portal onto the stairs leading up to the Archway Commons.
Same portal, same time. Same portal, different time.
Same time. For some, it's magic. Imagine that. You've all, no matter where you're from or what day you left, you all arrive at the same time, same moment. And as you're standing there looking around, other students are popping out of the portal around you. Over time, there appear to be about 60 or 70 of you. And you take a look behind you. Just one of you manages to look over your shoulder. And off in the distance, you see a Titan. And you hear rumblings. Some of the other students are talking about, you hear a word, an archaic. Ooh, they've never seen or heard of one before. But it just appears to be staring straight at the gate you popped out of. And it's not moving. It's just motionless, staring at the gate. As you're taking all of this in, you hear a matronly woman's voice. And approaching you is an Owlin woman. And Mavinda. She introduces herself as Mavinda Sharpbeak. She says, I've been appointed your guidance counselor. All of you year ones gather round. There's about 60 or 70 students at this point. And she wants you to gather round and listen to what it is she has to say. And she says, welcome to Strixhaven University. Your room assignments are on the tables behind me. Go ahead and pick them up when you get a chance. Once you've had a chance to move all of your belongings in, meet me in the biblioplex, and we'll get started with your orientation. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. But go ahead and step on by me and look for your names on the table. I'm assuming all of you do.
Is it in alphabetical order?
Well, you make your way over to the tables, and everybody seems to be picking up little tags, except for 5 or 6 people. And off to the side, you see this. Overflow housing, located at the Loven Lard, 1313 Mockingbird Lane, with 6 names on it.
Someone didn't fill out their housing form in time.
All of you start walking up to the table, and I'm just gonna go around in order. What do folks see as they walk up? Let's start with Jax this time.
What do I see?
Or describe yourself. Yeah, describe yourself and what your character's doing as you walk up to the table to grab your room assignment.
Yeah, there's clearly been some mistake. I'm certain that I filled out my forms in time. Okay. And she's just like kind of scribbling down the address. And what is the loaf and lard? What is that? Loaf, bread, lard, fat? What is this? Where is that?
I'll tell you straight up. It sounds like a bakery, and the address was right there on the sheet, the 1313 Mockingbird Lane.
Okay. Well, at least we'll have nice breakfast every day.
What's Hiccup doing?
Hiccup sees her name and she's like, "Oh, that's me. I'm Hiccup." And you just see like a little tiny Kenku just pushing her way through the crowd. And she has like this, she's a very short for a Kenku. She's very tiny. She's about 3.5 feet tall. Dark feathers, dark eyes. She has like a light pink ruffled petticoat under like a dark, like a sage green vest with a matching large witch hat that looks far too large for her tiny little Kenku head. And it's got like all sorts of adornments on it. It's got like beads and crystals of varying sizes and shapes and colors kind of dangling from the brim. And then she's got flowers and other leaves and stuff tucked into the bright red bow that's wrapped around the hat, and there's also like a little pinwheel there. And she's got a matching bow, and it kind of looks like one of those like bright red like gift cellophane bows. That it's definitely not meant to be worn, but she's doing what she can with it. And then probably the other 2 big aspects about her are wrapped around her neck is a leather cord that has a big chest piece. And then she's got a pair of little glittery fairy wings, fake fairy wings strapped to her back. And she's, "Hey, oh, I'm Hiccup. Who are the other? Overflow housing? What happened?"
I'm gonna move on to Ella and Pepsi.
Real quick, it's been a hot minute since we've done this. I cannot for the fucking life of me figure out how to see the chat on Twitch. What am I doing wrong? What did I do?
It's on the far right. You probably closed it. There's like a little thing that's expand or whatever.
Full screen? Okay, you know what? If you guys are saying really funny stuff in the chat, I'm sorry. I'll figure it out on our break because I'm not going to spend our first day. First impressions are important, so I'm just going to, hey, that was a good one. Nice one. Hey, thanks for the thing that, love you. Okay, Pepsi's just like, overflow. Okay. Someone said something about not filling out a form. I did not know that we were supposed to fill out a form. So, she notices this tiny little Kenku with like maximalist style, and she's immediately just taken. And she just kind of notices that there are other names on the list and goes and just kind of looks around for the other people who she's going to be hanging out with for the next semester. It's, like she's got a lot of pep in her soul, but she doesn't. She can be a little bit much sometimes, and she doesn't want to be like over the top this quick. She wants to ingratiate herself a little bit, But she is, she's got the hooves with the fur. So,
All right.
yeah, just checking it out, looking around to see like, oh, who are these other people who I'm rooming with?
All right. How about Maudit?
So Maudit is casually standing by the table, trying to look like she's not eagerly looking for her name, but just happens to be hanging out there. The most, I guess, notable thing about her is that she is tall for an elf, which is average for a humanoid. She's about 5'7". And she's got a mildly greenish tint. And she also, like Hiccup, has a gigantic hat. But hers has a lot of living things on it. Moss and mushrooms. And then it just also has a lit incense stick. So she is trailing some lovely scent along everywhere she goes.
All right. That's awesome. There is one other person standing nearby also trying to look like nonchalant, like she's not really excited about this. And she steps up and introduces herself as, "Hello, my name is Aurora Luna Winterstar." And she smiles at you. You notice two things about her very quickly. She's half drow, and she has little fangs when she speaks with you. She says, "Oh, I must be your roommate. It's lovely to meet you all. Do any of you hug? Are you huggers?"
Hiccup is immediately just wrapping her little arms around her legs.
She hugs whoever wants to hug her and says,
Bring it in. Oh, hell yeah, I'm a hugger. How you doing?
"Aw."
You doing okay?
And I'm assuming Maudit and Senzan are not hugging.
Not a hugger.
Nah, we're not hugging right now yet.
I'm hugging a little too long, but not in like a creepy way, just in like, nah, I'm really vibing with you and this is so good. I'm so glad, like, fuck yeah, man.
Like
and like
I'm smushed between Pepsi and Aurora, just like kind of into it. I'm like, this is nice.
I'm kind of like, I'm not boosting you up because that feels very forward, but I'm just like, I just want you to know I'm being very conscious of your position here and making sure that like you're having fun, like this is still a fun time.
And as she hugs you, the lyre strapped to her hip is digging into yours. Does anyone else have an obvious instrument?
Is that a lyre in your cloak, or you just happy to see me?
I'm assuming at least one or two of you do. So she notices and she says, oh, do you play? And she points at anyone who's got an obvious instrument and says, "We should play together. That'd be great. But maybe we should go find this loaves and lard place first."
Hell yeah. Yeah, I play. Man, I play a lot of shit. I'd love to form a jam band here. I had a little small outfit back in my hometown that like, it was me and like just kind of some, whoever was coming through at the time, but I really want to get the band back together, just like get something. I would love to take that here, maybe get like kind of a, just a regular gig going. Do any of you guys play like pan flute?
She says, I play pan flute. What was the name?
Yeah?
I'm going to set you up for it. What was the name of your band?
Okay, so here's the thing. It was like we all just played pan flutes together, and so we were known as Only Pans, and we had a pretty decent following back in hometown that I definitely remember the name of. But it was like it was just kind of a one-off, like here and there kind of deal. But I don't know. I thought it might be kind of fun if anyone, if I find people here who play pan flute, if they want to like just play together under that IP. Anyway,
I would love to. She's very excited about the prospect, and she's exuberant, and she grabs 2 bags, picks them up, and says, How do we find where this place is, Miss Sharpbeak?" And she's waving for the Owlin guidance counselor to come on over, and you get some instructions. And I'm assuming, are you following her to your overflow housing off campus?
Hey, Hiccup, you got what's your baggage? What's your luggage situation like?
Hiccup literally just has this tiny little knapsack full of stuff.
Okay.
That is all of her possessions.
If you want, you can throw it on one of the horns.
She's gonna reach up on her tiptoes and just like hook it.
Okay. Here you go. Hook 'em horns. Okay.
All right, you make your way. You make
Make
your
your
way to 1313 Mockingbird Lane. And I have pictures of all this fun stuff for you guys too. So here is what the outside of Loaves and Lard looks like. It's in a picturesque little alleyway surrounded by some greenery. And there's a door, and there is the most amazing smell of fresh bread and bacon wafting out of the bakery.
Maybe this will be all right.
Yeah.
Yum.
I'm assuming you're going in?
Yeah,
Do we knock? How does this work?
I mean, it
I
looks
mean-
like a business.
we live here now.
I've never really gone into a place like this before.
Aurora looks at you and says, "They have really good food, I'll bet. It smells amazing." And she's just like, "I'm gonna go in. Come on."
All right.
And brazened by her new roommate, Hiccup's like, oh, okay, let's go.
All right, you open the door, you walk in, and it is as tasty as it smells. Like, you look around, there's fresh bread, there's fresh strips of cured meat over in a cabinet in the corner, and there is a human and a half elf couple. They're a little aging, but they say, "Oh, are you our boarders for this semester?"
I think we are. Hi.
Oh,
And
I'm.
Pepsi Maxton.
They introduce themselves as Locke and Brom.
Locke and Brown, that's awesome. Those are really great names.
She's like, ever since our kids grew up and moved out, we've been renting out the top two floors to the school. So make yourselves at home and come on, I'll show you. I'll show you around. Do you want a tour?
Hell yeah. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right, she says, "Well, come on upstairs. Second floor here. Looks like this. This is the common room. There's some washrooms off to the side where you can shower and clean up. We have some lovely couches and a big fireplace in your study area. And if you
Wow.
follow me up to the third floor, it's a communal bedroom, but I think you'll be rather pleased. And here is on the third floor your bedroom. Only looks a little bit like the tower room from Harry Potter, right? So that is where, whenever we have some downtime and we are in the communal room, this is exactly where you guys will be. So 6 beds in a circle in that tower room.
Does anyone have like preferences? Are the beds assigned or like how does this work?
Take whatever you want.
Do you guys have any preferences on like kind of where you want to be?
Hey,
Where you want
man,
to be?
Is it like a tower where it's like there's
Is it like-
windows on every wall, or
there are windows on every wall. It is a round room. And that staircase that you saw on the second floor, that spiral staircase, comes right up in the middle.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
I was gonna say I want to be by the staircase just because I sometimes come home late, but I don't want my host to be stopping you all awake.
Right, and I was like, I wanted to be by a window so I could have like some window boxes, but if every bed basically has a window, then that's not a problem.
What's a window box?
It's a box by the window that you put dirt in, and then you can put stuff in the dirt and it grows other stuff.
You grow stuff out the window?
Mhm.
You can use my window if you want to grow stuff too.
Yeah.
Use my window too.
Yeah, why not?
Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys.
Can you
Aw.
find me some flowers?
Aw. You want a custom NPC Tactless Raccoon? You're going to have to talk to me offline. That's going to be fun. All right.
What kind of I don't
Whoa.
like you. I'd like some flowers, but
Yeah.
there's a certain bouquet that I prefer. We can talk.
I was gonna say, is there like, do you guys want the flowers to do things, or do you just want them to be like flowers?
Like,
When I say I
what-
want flowers,
What are they? What can you make? What can you grow?
Well, I mean, there's poisons, there's
Oh.
medicinals, there's decoratives, there's herbals, and then there's ones that just taste and smell good.
And-
when you say sorry,
no, Aurora looks at you and says, "How about Recreationals.
Those would be under medicinals.
Ah.
I'm
She smiles and nods.
I'm a strong supporter of medical arts myself.
What about like plants that taste good?
I'll do a box of each.
That's such a good idea.
Ooh.
I would love if you can hook me up with like some citrus plants. That would be helpful because I like to look out for people, but I like to party, and sometimes some citrus goes a long way.
Yeah.
While you're having this discussion, Aurora walks around and says, "Oh, my mother made these for all of you, and she has these little silver necklaces, and would you like one?" And she's handing them out to all of you, to my new friends. It's a silver necklace, and it has a little charm on the bottom, and the little charm has a smiling woman's face on it. Looks like a smiling elvish face.
Is it real silver? Like,
It is
Does
real
it
silver. It's
seem-
probably worth a little bit of money.
okay.
Who is this? Hiccup's
Oh.
gonna point at the.
That's my mother.
Cool. She's just
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
That's so
over
cute.
head.
I mean, if I don't recognize anything about it, which I'm no Eladrin, so I really wouldn't, then yeah, I'll take it. I'll put it on.
And
I'm gonna put it in my. I have a little box for charms that are fun and special, so I'm gonna put it in there for safekeeping because I am really, really good at losing shit. So I don't want to lose something that's so special. So I'm just gonna put it in my little drawer by my bed, and I'm gonna look at it every night and think, "This is so nice that I have such a nice new roommate. That's so sweet." Tell your mom thanks.
Ella, first roll of the game. Give me a perception check.
That
Alright,
is
that's-
a 19.
It is. She kind of looks a little crestfallen that you didn't put it on.
It's really pretty. I don't like until I settle in. I know that if I do anything outside of like my regular routine, I'm gonna end up losing stuff. I already don't know where I put my my pan flute that's actually an heirloom and necessary for my band. So I love it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anybody else?
Hiccup is gonna kind of arbitrarily choose like a bed, and then she's going to rip off all of the blankets and stuff and kind of start making a nest on the floor next to the bed.
Muddy is definitely putting a box of what looks to be bones and poop under her bed. Don't ask questions.
and Senzan sees if she can get a bed a little further. Are there any beds further away from this poop bed?
The exact diametrically opposite one, if you'd like.
Yes, she goes across the room, just kind of quietly with her Stevie Nicks flowing, shawls in her wake.
You got it. All right. Anybody else want to talk about anything before we go? Oh, actually, you hear a very exuberant, excited voice yelling, "Is everybody decent? Can I come up?" It's a woman's voice. And coming up the stairway is a woman who introduces a young woman, maybe a year or two older than you. She introduces herself as Nora Ann Wu. She says, I'm your resident assistant. So if you need anything, you get in touch with me, okay? I know Locke and Brom are great people. You're going to be really happy here. Yeah. Any questions? Can I help you with anything?
How are we supposed to get in contact with you?
Oh, that's easy. Just come to the library and send a message through one of the librarians. They'll know how to find me. And I mean, we might have a class or two together. Any of you taking Incomancy?
I'm taking Nancy.
Me.
Oh, well, there you go. I might be your assistant instructor, or I might be in the class with you.
Awesome. What is
Yeah.
Incomancy? What are we going to be learning? It just sounded really cool.
Didn't
She
it?
says Incomancy's really cool. And she waves her hands, and magic starts to flow around her hands, and these little inky blobs of darkness start to form into amoeba-like shapes that float in the air, and they start to circle her head. And they're like, they're great. They're cool little friends, and they can protect me. They can hide me from my enemies. They're pretty cool things. So you'll learn how to control this inkomancy stuff.
Hell yeah, friendship to the end ship. I love it.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah, she says, hey, if I can throw in a good word for Silver Quill, I will.
Hiccup's kind of like behind her, kind of like jumping as high as she can, trying to poke at the ink blobs.
Give me a give me a dexterity check. If you want to use acrobatics or athletics or something, by all means.
I think they're all the same, so 16.
You managed to boop one right in the tail, and it doesn't even take notice to you, but it's viscous. Your finger goes right into it and comes right out, and it's not air, it's not water, it's something very different.
It's goo?
It's floating magical goo.
That's really cool. I want to do that.
Well, hey, if you take Inkomancy with me, you'll learn how. Okay, I'm gonna go. You guys get yourself settled a little more and come on over to the Biblioplex, and we'll take care of your orientation, okay?
Okay, thanks, Nora.
Where do we go for orientation? What does that consist of?
Oh, the
What do we need to bring?
Biblioplex. So, it's... Oh, okay. So if you didn't
Is
know...
that different from the library?
No, it's the library is the Biblioplex.
Okay.
It's just a fancy way of saying library. Anything else? All right. She gives you like a little salute almost and takes off down the stairs. She's almost running.
Oh, okay. Bye.
You'll note, by the way, there is a fifth empty bed that Tharas Vic did not show up for through the portal, which is odd, since everyone else who in this, or as far as you know anyway, and if everyone else in this class showed up at the same time, almost the same minute.
Maybe they got lost.
Well, that would be a bummer.
Yeah.
It's easy to get
If they-
lost sometimes.
If they don't show up, what should we do with their bed?
I don't know. We could push it together and like somebody gets a huge bed.
But then the rest of us get regular sized beds, and nobody wants to like rotate one bed.
Or we could just push it up against the wall and, spread out a little more.
We could.
Oh, we could have a jam space.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like if we use small one over here. Hiccup?
Yeah?
You seem like you don't really want to use your bed. What's going on there? Do you not like mattresses?
Oh, I've never used a bed before. I like just sleeping on the floor. Nesting.
Okay. Well, if you guys ever want to jam out, like, who here is pro jam session, and who here is like, I'd rather you actually be quiet, please?
Aurora raises her hand and starts pulling, she pulls a lyre out of one pocket, she pulls some drums out of another, and out of this crazy case, she's like, oh god, my father taught me how to play this. She puts it against the wall. It's called the War Gong.
Whoa. Get it on.
Get it on.
That's pretty cool. Was your dad like, did he like play War Gong growing up or something?
Yeah, he's no longer with us, and he wasn't a nice man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck that shit.
So like, forgive me if I'm a little bit forward with this, but like, what exactly are the complexities of playing a gong aside from Smash?
Oh, she takes out some mallets and she shows you how to hit the edge to make a nice ringing sound, how to play it almost like a triangle. You play it on the edge. And she's literally showing you 30 different ways to get weird sounds out of a gong that are not what you expect.
I mean, Maudit looks she looked like she was being a little bit standoffish, but she's actually very interested in this.
Yeah. And
Can you
I
teach
mean,
me?
Sure, absolutely. Aurora would love to teach anyone whatever musical instruments they would like to learn. If you haven't guessed yet, she is also a bard.
Very
I'm a little
neat.
bit of a bard myself. Hey, what's your name? Senzan? What's your story? What are you up to?
I play the horn,
That sounds pretty
so
cool.
I'd be okay with some jamming now and then.
Well, maybe like just to respect, what's their names again? The people who own this joint.
Locke and Brahm.
Yeah, just to make sure that we're not like interfering with their whole like zone. Maybe like if we have the extra matches, we can throw it over like the staircase. Maybe we can like work out some sort of system where like it just sort of like is like a noise buffer, and then we can just jam the hell out up here, and we won't disturb their clientele downstairs. And then this could be like a jam space.
We can see if they have, quiet hours, like if they have a time when they don't want noise.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I wonder if they have like a stage downstairs. I wonder if there's a place we could like perform. I just really like performing.
Maybe
Aurora
a
says,
stage.
I've heard of 2 places on campus: the Fire Jolt Cafe and the Bozen Tavern. Apparently, they're both very cool performance venues. We should check those out after orientation.
I think one of my friends like went on tour and played the Bosun Tavern at one point. I wonder if they're hiring.
I don't know. Oh, that's right. Apparently, there's a job fair too. We should check that out after orientation too.
Oh yeah.
Should we go to orientation now? When is orientation? Did we miss it already?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Probably
but,
not.
So like, I'm definitely supposed to be here and all, but like, when do classes start?
Aurora doesn't really know. She's like, I guess we'll find out at orientation.
Did any? I got like I didn't. How did you guys get here? Because like